What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Embark, which is a little game that's actually a lot like Rimworld from what I've seen so far. I watched the gameplay video by the developers, and I figured we would hop on in and check the game out. It looks like we got some planets over here. Looks like we got like a ship right there. Very, very similar in a lot of ways to Dwarf Fortress, Nemoria, Rimworld. Probably has more in common with Rimworld than all of the other ones, because in this game you are also, I think, judging from the fact that there's a spaceship right there, and it's got a hole in it, and it's got like pieces floating around. Like, that's the baño right there. Like, that's definitely the bathroom. Hopefully nobody was in there when that thing floated away. And that one right there, I think from my NASA experience, I'm pretty sure that's the pleasure room. I think that's one of the more important rooms too. Those both fell off the ship, and so things probably are not going to work out so great for whoever was on board. Let's go ahead and start a new game. We can embark to just about anywhere, and it looks like we get this cool little scan over here. We can make an Iron Man mode if we want to. What kind of terrain we got going on over here? So that looks like rivers from what I can tell. I don't know. This kind of reminds me of my days in ArcGIS, but it's hard to tell without a key. But that looks like maybe those are just mountains right there. We've got a bunch of low-lying islands out here that look pretty good. We got like some little Hawaiian-looking areas out in this spot. We've got an island right here that to my eye is doing kind of like a Japan type thing. This place looks like it's all mountainous, and then something weird happens on the top of the globe right there. I don't know what's up with that, but everything might be getting sucked into a wormhole. This might be a really short trip down to a new planet. So yeah, let's find ourselves a place to start out right here. I'm fueled by the holy power of hot wings right now, and I think it's going to be a good day. So we got that little island right there. The starting area is 78% water. Yeah, that might be a problem. I don't know what the scale is going to be when we go in and we start the game off. Like, if this is literally going to be our map and we're just going to be, like, on it, or if this is going to be, like, a massive area that, like, I don't know. I don't know what the scale is. The starting area is 75. Are you sure? Because that looks like land right there. Are you positive? Maybe it's just confused. Let's find a spot like that right there. I'm looking for something that's kind of flat, I think. Anything that's got like a flattish area looks good to me. We'll go with that. That seems all right. It looks like we got kind of like an islandy thing going on. I don't know if we can build bridges to get across to other areas, but I think that's what I'm going to take. I mean, if we get down to there, that's a lot of like landmass that's taken up simply by mountains. And I don't want to get caught out in the mountains, man. That's some rough survival right there. Once you start to get into that cold territory, ooh, that looks kind of nice. It's got a little mountain ridge in the middle of it, but everything else looks sexy. Let's go for it. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. This is a blind gameplay impression. So we got 443 points right there. We can get some more points. I don't know if we can add another worker or anything like that. I don't even know what it's good for us to have. We've started with a few rations, a few drinks, and a few tools. She's average healthcare, brewing, mediocre, very calm, slight caring. Can we look at her stats anywhere? Do we have any access to that? Like, let's say that, oh, I've deleted stuff now. Yikes. Let's add, we had few drinks, few tools. Let's go with rations maybe. There we go, a few rations. We'll add a worker in. She's 15. And can you just generate different point values on each one of them until you get like a good one? I don't see a reason why not. We got 460 right there. I'm going to see if I can max this out a little bit. Ooh, there was a 520 right there, and I clicked right past it because I'm dumb. Okay, hold on. We're going to get that good stuff. We ended up with 629 on him. Everybody else is kind of mediocre, but he seems all right. He's extremely kind and extremely careful, but he's also super lazy. Kurt Sweet. Let's give it a try. Let's see what's going on with this game and what it's got popping for us. See if it's something that you're interested in checking out later on in the future. That is what we, after all, do here at the Nerd Castle. Honestly, after this dry period of indie games we've had lately, I'm just happy that there's something new to play that's actually in a genre that I feel like playing. I love colony managers. Stranded. As the dust clears, the gravity of the situation dawns on your band of survivors. Securing a source of food will be a priority. Okay, well, let's take a look at what we got going on here. It's kind of a pretty little Minecraft-y looking game. I can see that. We're standing on top of a whole bunch of bushes or something over here. I don't know what these people are all up to, but they're up to something. Let's go ahead and pause the game up so that we're not wasting time. I don't know how time critical this game is going to be as far as the things we need to accomplish are, but let's give it a look. We've got this nice little area over here. I really like this. I also like this little area right here, although there is a ditch in the middle of it. So my estimation would be there's no trees over here. I'm looking for flat land that I can capitalize on. Let's zoom out, and oh my god, this game is huge. Holy Jesus. I didn't expect it to be that large. That's a massive map right there, and there's no telling how far into the distance we're going to be able to fly in order to figure out some of this stuff. Wow. I'm trying not to lose my colony at this point. I don't know where they ran off to, but actually, this looks good right here. There's a chasm, like, in the middle of our base, and that's a definite chasm, but we might be able to do some of this stuff. That's a tomato plant right there. What is this? That's a birch tree. Okay. Doesn't look like any birch tree I've ever seen, but I'll take their word for it. A pine tree. All right. And these are probably birch trees as well. Yeah, let's set up on this little plateau over here. So we've got a number of keys down below we're able to go through. Let's just walk through these one by one. So we've got jobs. It looks like we don't have anybody who's a farmer. That's a bummer, but we can kind of pick somebody to be that sort of person, I suppose. We'll find somebody else that's, I don't know, let's do Maximilian maybe? Let's make him a farmer. And this actually looks like the kind of thing that we would do in Rimworld based on their skill sets. So I am going to go through, and I'm going to put him on farming first, but somebody's got to learn how to do it. So we've got a woodcutter, we've got a miner, we've got 2 miners, we've got 3 masons. With the 3 masons, who's the best at this? They're rookie, and so we'll take him off masonry, and we'll put him on farming. High priority, it goes up in this game. Okay, in Rimworld, it goes down. So if it's number 1, it's like a top priority. If it's number 5, it's like our 4, it's a super low priority in Rimworld. Okay, that looks good. This person has a dabbling interest in herbalism, so I'll make that a normal priority. Aside from that, it doesn't look like we're missing anything else. We don't have a hunter. So you look like you're pretty good at it. They're a beginner hunter, so let's go ahead and we'll put a couple people on hunting as well, and we'll close that off. Our citizens tab right there, we can take a look at them and see what's going on. We've got overlays with like water and rooms and military mode. Oh my god, there's all kinds of little things we got to do inside of here. We've also got a crafting menu, it looks like, with a workshop that's going to make us able to build buildings. And from what I'm seeing so far, I think our initial best bet is to go for stockpiling. So we've got stockpile options right here with presets. Okay. We can go with seeds and raw food and drink. We started with some food. So let's go ahead and we'll keep the food down here, I guess, for right now. That'll at least give them something to do while we hang tight. I don't know if these combine if I go like that. Hopefully they do. It looks like that guy, I don't know what he's doing right now. He's like sitting on a ledge, just like doing his thing. Okay. We've also got, what kind of priority can we make for this? So that looks like a normal priority. Okay. We've got a little seed bank we can make around here. Yeah, let's make a little seed bank or something. I don't know if it likes to place things on multi-layers. And so we'll do a little seed bank right there. I don't know if we have any seeds. We've got weapons and armor. I don't know if we have any of that either, but you know what? Go for it. And the other thing that we can do is we've got wood, we've got stone, we've got ore, we've got prepared food and drink. Let's maybe do that too, like right there. I'm waiting to see if anybody's going to kick into action. It looks like somebody just went over. She's picking up a baguette, and hopefully she's bringing it over to this side. Mushrooms. I don't know if we have any mushrooms. Badger. We've got cloth. We've got wood. I'll probably line up wood like over here. That looks okay to me. We've got stone. Sure, why not? Get a little bit of stone up in here. I don't know where I'm going to place that. Maybe somewhere like right there. Looks good. We'll keep some stone on that side. And I want to build over here. I don't know how to build, but we're going to figure it out. We've got a couple of different commands here. We've got dig. Okay, can you dig it? I believe that I can. I think that I can dig it for sure. So let's go ahead and dig right there. I'm going to start taking the top off of this guy and seeing how that ends up for us. So there we go. Whole bunch of little diggity jobs right there. I need to flatten out some terrain that we can make use of for like houses and domiciles and things like that. It looks like they've put a couple of beer mugs and some French bread and some other things down there. That's pretty cool. That's our seed bank right there as far as I recall, and it does look like we've got some little donut hole looking things going inside of there. They are digging away at this area. Oh, you guys are taking out the bottom part too. I don't know if that's a good plan. I wonder how I messed that up. I thought it was only going to do the designated layer, but I suppose that was a mistake. Is there any way for me to undo all this then? Let's go ahead and I'm going to stop this job real fast, because I don't think that's necessarily going to be a great idea if they're going to be sticking with that for a minute. Yeah, maybe something like that right there just to cancel it on out. Maybe I'll just click my way through for right now to make sure this gets done at the rate that I want it to get done at and with the efficiency that I need it to get done at. Because if they're going to go through and they're going to mine a hole in the mountain right where we're at, I would rather just avoid that entirely. We can harvest some trees. I think we started with an axe. So I'm going to send them over. I'm going to say, yo, dog, go get me some birch trees so that I can build up my colony and do some awesome constructory stuff. I think people are probably going to want houses or something like that. So let's put them on it. A couple of trees right there that are being chopped up. I have no idea what they're digging over there. Yeah, it looks like it goes through in some way when you click. And so it's not just getting that top layer. It's getting all the ones underneath it as well with the different layers that they have set up instead of hitting the one that you wanted to. Let's take a look at the dig menu one more time and figure out, oh, there's a depth thing right there. Okay, so let's go like that. And I'm just going to cancel that out entirely because we didn't have the depth thing set up properly. And so we'll dig one depth right here. And so that was exactly what had gone wrong. And so hopefully they'll get some mining done at this side. I think if we can get this big plateau taken care of, it's going to be super rad for us. She's chopping with a little axe down there, which is pretty badass. What is this guy chopping with? Just his hand? Damn, look at this guy over here, just the eye of the tiger, taking it out, strengthening those muscles, making himself look like a badass with the calluses. Okay, we can harvest plants. I think that's a pretty good idea. There are some little plants over here that I think we can get after. Maybe put like some of our farming people on those. Looks good to me. Go ahead and do it. I don't know how long that's going to take, but hey, they're going to give it a shot. I don't really know what I should be working towards for right now. We can also place farms. We can grow a forest mushroom. Okay, is that the only crop that's in there right there? Shauna Witt has improved it running. Oh, well, good. That's fantastic to hear. I'm glad to find that out. Let's make a little corner farm over here. So there we go. I don't know if that actually took or if it doesn't like that for some reason. Maybe I didn't have that checked. Let's try one more time. Yeah, there we go. So we got ourselves a little mushroom farm over here going on. I'll probably also queue them up to get rid of this tree on that side so that we can see what's going on with that too. It looks like they're doing a pretty good job of wiping out all of the wildlife that's out here. Go ahead and get them on a couple more of those trees right there so that we can have a lot of wood for later. Did they haul that wood right there? Oh, they did. They took it to the wood stockpile. Okay. So let's say that I take trees off right there. In birch stockpile, we have 32. The size is 32. The weight is 24. We have shoddy birch, which is inside of the stockpile. If I wanted to look at the item entirely, how do I do that? Stockpile's at 4 out of 14. Okay. I think. So we've got food, we've got drink, we've got crops, we've got idle workers up there at the top end. We can go up and down a level if we want to. I guess it looks like you've got some kind of like X-ray mode like we had in Dwarf Corp that might be useful for looking around. We've got a pretty cool landscape here though. I'm excited about the prospects of making this place a little bit more badass. She's over here, or is that a he? I don't know. Maximilian Witt. Okay. Now let's take a look at his details. So he's adequate with blunt weapons. He's got no player faction. He's mediocre at archery. He's doing a farming job right now. I don't know what particular stuff. Oh, they can be attacked at different locations on their bodies, too. They actually have like a little Dwarf Fortress readout. Okay. He's got a mushroom seed. He's got a shoddy pick. He's got no armor right there. And I don't think he's bleeding at all. So that's pretty cool. I don't know where we look at his actual individual stats, though, that go into, like, these jobs right here. I assume that down in here somewhere, that's Maximilian Witt. And so he's on farming at the moment. Chances are that he's gaining some kind of XP from that. Maybe it comes out when they do the harvest. It doesn't look like it's going into his XP pool when he's doing that all by his lonesome with, like, the diggy portions of what happens right now. But maybe he hasn't even finished off the land yet. We don't know what's actually triggering his ability to get anything done right there. Let's continue digging. Now, I've got people out here who are doing some kind of active work. It's a little dark and it's a little hard to see, but my assumption is that, let me unclick that. What was that, a blueberry bush? So it's mature with no fruits. We can harvest it. I put a harvest order on it if there's nothing in it right now. That's okay. That's got fruit growing. That one also has fruit growing, so they're not quite there yet. Those little plants are not as healthy as we might hope. What about this tomato plant over here? It's mature, it's edible, and it's healthy. Well then, let's go ahead and go in on that thing. Maybe we can get some free tomatoes out of this deal. Something that we can munch down on in the near future. As far as other things go, they're chopping down trees up on that side. Let's speed the game up for a moment. Make things happen at a rate that's a little bit more satisfying. We've got Shauna Witt decides to improve her skills. We can go with Kimberly. Kimberly Harrison and Shauna Witt like each other better. Or we can go with approach Serena Norris. And so Serena Norris and her will like each other better. Kimberly Harrison and Shauna Witt dislike each other. Improve skill at weaving or improve skill at healthcare. Yeah. Go ahead and make yourself better at healthcare, I guess. It's always good to have a doctor when you play games like this. I like the lighting effects, too. That's a really pretty title. For a game that's like in its earliest form right now, and they're just pitching like a tech demo, I like the way it looks. I really do. I like the way it looks. I don't know what we're going to be doing in this game as we go further on in, but it looks like they're attempting to do some modicum of farming on this side. And it looks like there are seeds in play right there. So let's take off harvest plants for a minute. Or whatever's on. That's harvest trees that we've got on there. So what are you doing, and how can I make you better at stuff? Adequate weaving. I wonder if they can't learn things that they don't have like a natural skill in already. I wonder. Hey, it says they're dabbling. It'll have to do. We got people sleeping around right now. We've placed farms. We've got basic workshops. So we've got a wood shop right there for processing raw wood into various items. It takes 6 logs in order to do that, and it looks like we have more than enough logs. So let's consider dropping them right there. We'll just put it off to the side, and maybe I'll build walls and a house around it a little bit later. But for right now, that looks like it is what we've got cracking. We'll see if anybody goes to work on that thing. I do like the little character models, too. I thought they looked a little bit weird when I was clicking on people, and I was looking at, like, their little attribute pane. Their faces look a little creepy. But aside from that, once they're actually in game, I think the motif makes a little bit more sense. It looks a little bit more decipherable, so that's good. I was worried they were all going to be like little baby children or something like that, and I was like, yo, we can't be doing any Lord of the Flies stuff up here on the planet, man. That's got me a little bit worried. We can do a mood breakdown. Relaxed, thirsty. Do I have drinks? Is that what that is right there? I wonder how I make more drinks. Do I just go get water from over here? Like, is that how we do it? How do we get more drinks? She's tinkering. Apparently, she's rubbing a whole bunch of flour all over it until it finally completes. And so there it is. Workshop is done, I think. So is she processing, like, planks? What is she doing? Let's take a look at this wood shop, and we can order items. So we can order planks. It looks like... Let me get her off my clicker here. As far as orders go, basic furniture. So it looks like we can do some research as well. That's sort of an interesting spot to be in. That unlocks turneries. So we can get a pole turner. We can get stairs and ladders. We can get palisade walls, which would be pretty good for our safety. I don't think I want to... So workers will experiment with new materials. So start the research to stop... Oh, they're just researching right now because they're not actively doing anything. Okay. Yeah, make like... I don't know. Maintain some planks or something. Looks good to me. Looks like we've got an order lined up, so that worked pretty much the way that I expected it to, which is always nice in indie games. I don't like dealing with, why are you going for a swim right now? What are you doing? Are you trying to drown yourself, or are you just out for recreation at the moment? Huh. Okay, whatever. All fine by me. What are these right here? Those are plant fibers. All right. We've got a tree on this side that I think needs to go. And so I will put in harvest tree right there. We'll chop that thing down, and then I'm going to go with a dig order with a depth of 1. And we're just going to knock this out right here as well. Hopefully we get something sexy out of the deal. If we end up getting any cool items that just like fall out of that area, sounds great to me. They're over here just like chopping and hacking and whacking and smacking and doing whatever it is they're doing. I don't know if the lumber is going to go over here, so if they've got planks, yeah, it looks like she just deposited the plank. over inside the stockpile. Cool. I keep expecting stuff not to work. Because, like, I would tell you, like, 90% of the time when I get, like, a colony builder that gets sent over to me here at the Nerd Castle, like, basic functionality is not inside of the game. I get sent a lot of colony management games, and most of them are, like, not ready for prime time. You can tell that this game, it looks like Devin Norvis and Kimberly Harrison agree about how great Kurt Sweet is. Apparently, Kurt Sweet has fans. Good for him. Nice job, buddy. Do what you gotta do. So our research level is at level 1. That unlocks the bed, the double bed, the chair, the table, and the door. Can I make orders for that stuff? Or does that come from something else, like a different workbench? Let's say that we got workshops over here. So we've got a normal workshop, so that's a simple item and walls. And then we've got a kitchen, which allows us to keep our tummies full. Yeah, that makes sense. We should be able to get a lot of trees in this area. I think we got plenty of logs, so maybe I won't stress too much about where we put that. I'll go ahead and drop that right there. That's a workshop, so that should be cool. And then maybe over here we'll consider the possibility of dropping in a kitchen. We don't have a whole lot of space to play around with just yet, but I wanted to have all of the major buildings just so we can take a look and see what crafts we have going on before we go much further. Because, you know, there's a distinct possibility that during the course of this playthrough, I will get us killed because obviously this is blind. So let's let them run for a minute. It looks like most people are sleeping and doing whatever the hell it is they're doing. He's using a mining pick to chop down a tree. That's probably not the tool that I would recommend. But, like, what do I know about anything? What do I know about anything? Does it give us, like, a readout or anything whenever they get rid of some of this stuff? What is that right there? Loam. Okay, we found ourselves some loam. I suppose that'll probably be useful for something. I don't know what we would conceivably use loam for, but it looks like we've got another thing done over on this side. So they've gotten the kitchen done. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on over here. So on the cooks, we can make a simple meal out of simple ingredients. We need blueberries and we need tomatoes. Okay, and it looks like we can basically just order that up however it needs to be ordered. I don't think anybody's going to be working on that for right now, though, because I don't see any blueberries or tomatoes inside of our stockpile. We're trying to grow mushrooms, strangely enough. We've got a tomato plant right there. Let's go ahead and I'm going to harvest some more plants. Let's get a tomato plant in. That has stuff all over it, so I assume since I can see the tomatoes growing on the plant that it might be useful to us. We got some mushrooms or something right there. Those plants still haven't been touched upon, so I suppose I'll leave that alone. On this side, we just have plant fibers. And is there any other kind of, like, growth around here that I can steal from? They're doing a bunch of tasks anyways, so I don't really care what they're getting up to. Let's fly around the planet a little bit and see what we can find. How tall are these right here? I know I turned down my viewscape a little bit. Oh, yeah. There's some pretty good mountains in here. I can see that. All right. On this side, we've got, what is that right there? What are those little plants? That is a fern. Okay, so that doesn't help out much. That's just like forest carpet. That's all that fern is. It's just like everywhere in the forest. All over the place. So with a simple meal, I wonder how I get more drinks. I'm a tad concerned about our drink situation right now. What can we make in the workshop? What kind of orders can we do? We've got the workshop right there. Carpenter, cook. Oh, apparently they're doing like the same thing on both of these. So that's a wood shop, and that's a wood shop. I built two of the wrong things. Damn it. What about furniture? Do we do that in the wood shop? What's up with these right here? So we've got a wood shop and a workshop. I would swear to God that I clicked workshop, but I might be wrong about that. I've been wrong about things in the past, so... yeah, make me one of those too. Why not? I mean, it never hurts to have more stuff. Apparently, I built the wrong thing, so we're going to need one anyways. On the plus side, looking on the bright side here, if we end up with... there we go. That's the layer that I wanted to be on. Let's go ahead and chop all this down real fast. Shouldn't take too long to get that taken care of. And that should give us a nice, even plate to work with on top of this place. Sounds sexy to me. They're over on this side. Drinks are kind of diminishing. People are sleeping over on this side. What is that right there? What are these? Those are blueberries. Shoddy blueberries. Shitty ones to begin with. Do we have any tomatoes around? Or is that like all shitty tomato. Okay, we got tomatoes in there too. All right, we'll go to the cook place. Is she making a meal right now? What's going on with you? Are you doing something you're supposed to be doing? I love the little progress meters above their heads, like Sim style, that help you fill out or figure out what's going on with them. I think that's a great addition. I love any kind of progress meter that lets me see what people are working on. They should still just be making planks over there, but we might be out of a poor birch plank on that side. We might be out of tree, so let's harvest some trees. Yes, I chop you, and I chop you. All of these gets chopped. Yep, all the trees is gas to go. Goodbye, trees. Sucks to be you. Hope you have a better time next time you reincarnate or whatever it is that trees do. Like, actually, trees have no established structure of religion or post-death belief, post-mortem. We just believe in a quiet sort of swaying spirituality. So, you know, if you could accept that and just make that easy on us, that'd be really great. Thank you. All right, whatever, tree. It's all good. That just says dirt on it right there. I mean, it says loam when you click on it, which is like a fancier version of dirt. But it says dirt on the bag, so I'm going to assume that it's dirt on the bag. We got somebody who is an adequate carpenter. That's great. That's really good. I wonder if we get attacked by anything. I'm guessing that we do, considering the fact that we've got to put down walls and do stuff like that. Hopefully people are, like, good at fighting and stabbing and all kinds of other rowdy stuff. But for anybody that wants to check the game on out, I will put a link down below so that you can check out the demo. My name is Splattercat. This game is called Embark. Let me know if you like the video by hitting that like button down below. Coincidentally, that's also the best way you can support the channel is just by hitting the like button. Helps increase the channel's exposure and all that kind of fun stuff. Aside from that, I will see you all later. Hi do, everybody.